Hey yo, welcome back. This is Views from the Two, starring BC. I got my boy Kurtis in the house.
What's
We're a
going on?
special guest. We're gonna go back into the top sports and the top news around the area. Hey, it's good to see you, man.
All
I see
right.
you in town. I finally got you here. It was a long time coming,
Yes,
man.
yes. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you in town to be on this show and to witness my madness as I go crazy. I've been talking so many different sports, man. But we're gonna go into a couple things. This man is a Super Bulls fan and a Super Eagles fan.
Yes.
I haven't touched down at either one of those two teams. We're gonna do that tonight. And what you've been wanting, what you've been waiting for, what you've been needing for, some Bye Felicia coming at the end of this show. But stay tuned. But right now we're gonna be talking the NBA and stuff. And a lot of changes been going on in Chicago. A lot of two big additions. You see the past crazy Rajon Rondo going to Chicago.
Yes.
You got the legendary Dwayne Wade coming home from leaving Miami to come home to Chicago to play for the Bulls. Hey Kurtis, man, what do you think so far of the Chicago Bulls so far, man? Like, what's your assessment of them, and how do you think they're gonna look moving forward?
So far, I actually like the additions to the ball club. I think Wade provides that leadership that we sorely have missed, along with Jimmy Butler, and like acquisitions like that, they're very good at like a Wade. He can elevate Jimmy Butler's leadership, and once Dwayne Wade leaves Chicago, you can actually see Jimmy Butler actually increase his leadership abilities.
He's a big man on campus, man.
Yeah.
You can call me on myself.
yeah. ESPN is definitely always banging my line. But in terms of Dwayne Wade though, I love the additions. I love the Rondo addition. I actually feel that actually gives us a real solid, legitimate point guard, somebody who's a pass first and somebody who can actually run a system, unlike the previous Derrick Rose,
Aaron Brooks.
yeah. Derrick Rose, Aaron Brooks, who are primarily pick and roll players. Now we actually got a point guard who can actually play in a legit system. Needs to still work on his shooting, but overall, I like the productivity he's been given.
And not to mention Rondo. I mean, you saw the addition of MCW, Michael Carter Williams, in the trade, which is huge. Dealing away Tony Snell.
I love
who was, he fit the old style of with Tom Thibodeau when he used to be there. That's the kind of guy Tony Snell was. You see Fred Hoiberg's identity getting a little bit into this system. How do you see with Dwayne Wade and Rondo and Butler? The biggest criticism they're getting is their lack of hitting that big 3-point shot.
Right.
You also have Doug McDermott, but Mirotic, who are also those guys are 3-point shooters. Those guys can command some big shots, but how do you see that trio going against the likes of Cleveland or Indiana or even Toronto, who got that's a big core there, and going into a postseason play? Obviously, they're going to see those teams.
Well, in terms of defensive wise, I think they stack up pretty well. And to me, that's what I think is going to boil down to is defense. I know Wade is a very consistent defensive player. Rondo is very good at playing the passing lanes, and so is Jimmy Butler. He's definitely a very good on the ball defensive player. So I think defensively, I think they can hang out. They can hang with the likes of Cleveland, Toronto, and the rest of the bunch. It's just, to me, like I said, it goes back to the offense. And with the shooters, McDermott and Mirotic, the knock on them lately throughout their careers is that they've been more inconsistent. Now, if they can start becoming more consistent with their jump shot, then that's gonna spread the floor open for Wade, Butler, and Rondo.
Okay. I love Jimmy Butler, man. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Butler. I looked at the Wade situation as when LeBron came to Miami, Wade had to kind of suppress some of his style to fit the ways to maximize the abilities of LeBron James. Do you see that with Dwayne Wade as he's coming to Chicago? He already said that this is Jimmy Butler's team. We're going to go as far as he takes us. Do you see Wade having to? Wade's going to get his, but do you see how if he's going to have to kind of again suppress some of his style, his ball dominant style, to be able to elevate Jimmy Butler. He's 21 points a game right now, but do you see Jimmy Butler being able to be elevated from what Wade is, in the similar sense that Wade did LeBron?
Well, I think he can. I mean, Dwayne Wade, he's a pro's pro, so Dwayne knows when to step in and step out, and he knows when to give Jimmy let Jimmy take advantage of the mismatch. So I really think Dwayne and Jimmy can vibe cohesively, and so I really think that this is a very good match, a very good pairing of superstars and solid pros.
Bro, we are a long way from Kirk Heinrich, man. I'll tell you that. Long way.
Man.
And lost in the shovel is Joakim Noah and the most awkward jumper you'll ever see in the NBA.
Yeah.
Outside of Desmond Mason with his free throw shooting. But we got another team to talk, the Philadelphia Eagles, but we'll be back on the next segment of Views from the Two. We're gonna dive into Kurtis's brain on the Philadelphia Eagles and see how the Eagles are flying, Carson Wentz and all that. When we get back, stay tuned. Philadelphia Eagles, Views from the Two. Me and Kurtis, we rocking.
All right.
Welcome back to Views from the Two. We're back at it. Me and Kurtis here in the house. And we just talked Bulls just recently, but now we're standing a little bit, going to the East Coast and stuff, and we're going to the town of Philly, talking to those Eagles. And who better to talk about the Eagles than Big Kurtis here?
Right.
Hey man, it's a new leaf in Philly, and you got a new quarterback in Carson Wentz, new head coach in Doug Peterson, pretty much a whole new style. I mean, in the aftermath of the crazy Chip Kelly madness and what's going on, and Chip Kelly seems to be dragging the Niners down with him now. So, but with the Eagles, they're flying high, but they've hit their snags a little bit recently. But I mean, what is your thoughts on them possibly coming around and winning the NFC East? I mean, they pushed the Cowboys to the limit recently, and it's a tough division. But what's your assessment of the Eagles so far?
Right now, growing pains.
Okay.
That's the main thing right now, the growing pains. They started high in September, winning 3 straight games. They've hit the wall a little bit, especially with Carson Wentz. He's hitting that rookie wall. Teams now have videotape on them. Yeah. So right now they're attacking his weaknesses, and it's up to Coach Doug Peterson and offensive coordinator Frank Wright and Carson Wentz to kind of figure out a way to combat that.
I like Carson Wentz. With where he's at now, he should be thanking his almighty gods that he's not in Cleveland, because that's just a bad situation there. I mean, his career would have been over before it ever started in Cleveland if he had gone there.
Right.
He's thankful that he ended up in Philly, where I like Doug Peterson, because when he was in Kansas City, they had an efficient offense. They ran the ball well. There was a lot of vertical. They had a lot of big vertical receivers, a lot of guys who can get deep and maximize the talents of what they had with Jordan Matthews, Nelson Aguilar, and Zach Ertz, but he's been injury prone lately. Right. And then they reshored the defense. You got they have Fletcher Cox is still there. They have a lot of guys that they brought back, and to me it's like it's like I think you're starting to see what they're about. You're starting to see, look, everything is going to go according to how Wentz is going to progress, but when you look at the defense, what are the main differences you see with the defense now than you saw last year?
For one, it's a brand new scheme, and to me, it all starts with offensive coordinator Jim Schwartz.
Okay.
He bought he bought sort of like the wide 9 back, but in a different form.
The defensive coordinator,
yes.
Jim Schwartz, yeah.
And so now, and also we also brought some new players in. We got Nigel Brenham, who was came with Schwartz from Detroit, and he also used to play in Buffalo. We also have Rodney McLeod, who was with the Rams. So we bought some players who will hit somebody.
Yeah.
And so to me, that was the biggest thing, is bringing in some players who can actually hit, who can actually run, and who can actually make some plays. Defensively, but for the most part, we pretty much have like a lot of the same guys that was from the Chip Kelly's defense, like Fletcher Cotton, Vinnie Curry, Malcolm Jenkins, and so forth and so forth. But in terms of the defense, I love the way they're playing. They're flying to the ball, so which is very key.
They were very tackle challenged last year. I mean,
yes.
Left and right they were missing, and then you saw the talent that was there.
Yes.
Even last year, but Chip Kelly didn't know what to do with them. I mean, you had DeMarco Murray, who was just not fit for that type of offense. You gotta wonder, what if DeMarco Murray was able to stay in Philly, and be with a Doug Peterson? Do you still think DeMarco Murray, who's doing good in Tennessee, and let's credit Ryan Matthews. He's doing well. I mean, I'm a Charger fan. I know about Ryan Matthews. I mean, one smack on his head and he's out for 2 weeks. So but DeMarco Murray with the way Doug Peterson likes to run the ball, what would have been your prospects had he? I mean, are you happy that he's gone or?
Well, I feel like this. All right, he's bounced back. DeMarco's bounced back, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
But in order for us to get wins, we have to trade DeMarco. So if there was no DeMarco trade, then we wouldn't have wins. So kind of have to look at it like that. So
yeah.
No, but if he was still here and if Bradford was still here, honestly, I think the running game would have been a little bit better. I like Ryan Matthews, but it's just right now, injury and fumbling right now have been his two biggest issues that he has to shore up. Because right now he actually moved down the depth chart to number 2. Because if you watch the game the last couple weeks, Darren Sproles has been getting more of the carries. So yeah, and so you can see that because of the fumbling. Ryan Matthews in a sense
and Smallwood as well.
Yeah, Smallwood.
Smallwood. A lot of touches.
Smallwood and Barner. Well, Smallwood more than Barner. Kenyon Barner. Kenyon Barner is more of the 4th string, even though he really needs to be getting some more carries as well. But Smallwood is playing very well. I like him on kick returns.
Good. Overall record, you think the Eagles will finish?
Well, before the season, I was really trying to keep a very realistic approach. I said 6-10, 7-9. Right now we're in a tough stretch. We kind of pretty much have the league's toughest schedule right now. I know they play the Falcons next. Right now, honestly, if we can finish 9-7, maybe 10-6, hey, sneak into the playoffs, you never know. But one thing that they do have to cure is the drops. Jordan Matthews, Nelson Aguilar.
They just lost Josh Huff in that crazy thing going on.
Don't let me get started on that. Matter of fact, I need the curse button for Josh Huff.
Let's go.
Josh Huff, you.
Well, get that button ready in a little bit, because when we come back, Bye Felicia is back in the mix, and get ready for something major. We're gonna talk a few things, notably the Pittsburgh Steelers and an awkward situation with a Missouri quarterback.
Oh man!
And a little more. So when we get back, Bye Felicia, the one you've been wanting, the one you've been needing. Bye Felicia, special one with Kurtis. When we get back, Views from the 2. Stay tuned.
All right.
Bye, Felicia. You're fancy.
We're back from Views from the 2. Me and Big Kurtis back in the house. Oh boy, we're back at it with Bye Felicia. You get to be a witness to something major here, man.
I'm ready.
This is some of the sports bloopers of recent times, and we got a couple. We got about 3 of them going on and stuff. And I have to start. I'm an avid Charger fan. Although we are at 4-5. We did win today against the Tennessee Titans. So if I had a collar, I'd pop it right now. So but with those losses, with those wins comes a lot of losses, and the Chargers have had a lot of losses this time. This one, the latest one, is just the strangest one you could see in recent memory. You remember Steve Nash? You remember Steve Nash and how his career ended?
Yes.
Well, meet Dexter McCluster, running back receiver for the Chargers, who was claimed off waivers after Danny Woodhead went down with a torn ACL. So apparently, according to the San Diego Union Tribune, Dexter McCluster was moving luggage and he broke his arm. Okay, He was placed on IR after Friday, and he's the 17th Charger player to be put on IR, adding to a long list. I mean, we are this is Chargers unit is the mass unit of the NFL. I mean, Kurtis, I mean, have you ever seen anything? Have you ever witnessed anything like this?
It's official. The Chargers are officially cursed.
Oh man.
Cue the MASH theme song, somebody.
Not Browns curse, but Buffalo Bills curse, Browns curse, or just injury bug curse. Like what?
Just injury bug curse right now. I mean, I would never go Cleveland Brown curse.
Oh man.
Because that's just the curse of all curses right there.
Yeah. Oh boy, I sat there and I can only feel for Phil Rivers, one of the top quarterbacks in the league. But I mean, you look at that line. If you watch a Chargers game, anybody outside of Charger land, they're not going to notice who the hell any of these guys are. I mean, you're just hoping and praying that these guys make it out alive in these games now. So, I mean, only time will tell. The Chargers are 4-5. Let's hope they don't have 4 or 5 more IRs to boot as the season goes on. But the next one, speaking of quarterbacks, we got to go to college football. Missouri, the University of Missouri, they played South Carolina, and quarterback Drew Lock from Missouri apparently scored. He scored. I believe he scored a touchdown against South Carolina, and a fan for South Carolina threw a water bottle at him.
Oh man,
threw a water bottle, but people get trash thrown them all the time. Somebody was hurling expletives at the University of Cincinnati coach this past week. This past weekend, because they lost again. But the strangest thing was that quarterback picked the bottle up and started to swing.
Hey, he was thirsty.
Oh
he
man,
was thirsty. But that was dumb because you never know. Somebody could have easily spiked it or poured something in it, poured some bleach in it. Then
and then you got a problem.
Yeah.
You either run into the bathroom or you run into the hospital. I mean, it's one of the two. But the thing is, Missouri lost the game. So, I mean, now this guy's got a bad taste in his mouth both ways. I mean, jeez. What's going to happen to this guy? He's probably had something else to drink after that.
He was thirsty. Sometimes the thirst doesn't wait.
Oh, man. Nobody does it like SEC country, man. I'll tell you right now. Nobody does it like that.
Not at all.
But going from the running back position to quarterback position now to that dreaded kicker position, the one that has screwed up the Seattle Seahawks, the one that has screwed up the Arizona Cardinals, the one that has screwed up the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh my God!
So many teams to boot. Chris freaking Boswell of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there's a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans watching this right now. If they are, key in on this because. Hey, a lot of love for your Steelers, but hey, he ain't got no love for your Steelers because he's an Eagles fan. They don't love you guys. So he's going to sit here and laugh his ass off, whether it be here or off the camera, he's going to laugh his ass off. Chris Boswell did the most, he did the craziest, most ridiculous onside kick he ever did. I mean, it's like a little flipper kick, little pansy kick. He's like, and then the thing went 2 yards. And that was an onside kick to... with the Steelers trailing 21-14 against their hated rival, the Ravens, they could have regained possession. I mean, Kurtis, how much are you relishing in the Steelers' demise here of them having such a stupid onside kick that went 2 yards? It was supposed to go 10.
Well, it's funny because I've never seen a football player do a ballerina routine on the football field.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But then again, it's a kicker, so. Kickers are kickers, so we all kind of know where their place is. They don't even practice anyway. They just sit on the sidelines, just kick a ball through the net, and that's it.
Oh man,
they are not football players.
Black Swan Boswell, bye Felicia. Drew, you ain't got a long lock. Bye Felicia. And Dexter McCluster, we're praying for you, man. Hope you have a speedy recovery. But the Chargers, man. Bye Felicia for now, but keep on winning, keep on winning. I'm watching you guys and, Charger pride and Eagles pride and Bulls pride. But hey, Kurtis, man, thanks for making it out, man. I appreciate
no problem, man. Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. I wish you the best as you're moving on to Arizona. Hopefully, you don't get ravaged by a whole bunch of crazy ass Cardinal fans or Suns fans.
Oh gosh.
Where Suns fans, wherever the hell they might be.
Oh man, are the Suns still in the NBA?
We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough, man. But yeah, man, wish you best. And then if hopefully maybe we could do a special Bye Felicia in the state of Arizona. Who the hell knows? You don't know where we're gonna do the views because you don't know where that view's coming from. But next time you stay tuned for episode 5. We're gonna be back at it. Stay tuned. Hey, keep tuned for my boy George Tola's show, Raw Sports. That's gonna be coming on soon. Stay tuned for that. But hey, Kurtis, I know you gotta get back to doing what you do with fantasy football and being that winner you are, man. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
Views from the 2. We're signing out. You guys take care. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.